Everyone, Jared with Longhorn, joined by one of our borrowers, Tim Bishop. Want to talk with Tim about his experience with Longhorn. And just to start, Tim, how did you come across Longhorn?
So it was actually I'm an agent, and another agent in our office had worked with Ryan Blake a little bit. And so when I had, the next deal I wanted to do, I reached out to Ryan, and he actually told me I should pass on that deal. And I ended up buying it, but, just with a little bit of creative financing. And so Ryan and I just kept in contact. And then on the next one, I got Longhorn in and they did the loan, and it was great.
Some people, when they just hear the phrase hard money, they run and don't want to turn around and even consider it. It's obviously not the first thing people learn about when they consider financing. How did you learn about hard money, and what were some of your initial hesitations?
Well, so I had heard about hard money just because I had read a lot about it, like on Bigger Pockets, and they talked about it on the podcast. And I didn't really know anybody who had actually used it, but I was familiar enough with it that it didn't really scare me off. But I know that, I would tell people it's a hard money loan, and they think it's, some kind of crazy thing, and it's just a loan, really.
All right. So you mentioned Ryan. Ryan Blake is who you work with when it comes to your deals. How valuable is Ryan, and just in general having kind of that point of contact and what he's able to do to just help make the process easier and smoother?
Um, Without being able to call Ryan and kind of talk through the deal, and somebody with some experience doing the same thing, I have a hard time believing I would have pulled the trigger on the loan. And so anytime I have a question, I'll call. I try not to bother him too much, but if I have one I'm about to lock up, I'll call and talk through it with him just to make sure we'd be on the same page as far as the lending goes. So it's extremely valuable.
And you mentioned your initial interaction resulted, I guess, in Ryan telling you not to do the deal, and I think that's important to highlight because Ryan's not making money. The company doesn't make money off of deals that aren't done, but at the same time, I think one of the strengths is the service and the responsibility to the borrower to try and put each borrower in the best position to succeed. I imagine the peace of mind knowing that he's going to shoot you straight, whether it benefits him or not, knowing that, at the end of the day, he just wants your best interest, probably helps you come back and know that, if Ryan's on board, then we're going down the right place.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's when somebody hears you have a loan opportunity, and then they immediately start going into, well, let's start the paperwork without asking about the deal. It's like it could be a bad deal for the lender or the borrower. So why would the lender be on board? So I think it's good. Yeah.
And then just generally speaking, how would you say Longhorns helped accomplish your goals? And someone was like, hey, should I use Longhorn Investments? What would you tell them?
Well, I would definitely tell them to use Longhorn. I've referred a number of like clients that are investors to Longhorn. I don't. I'm sure it's a handful at least per year that use Longhorn that I recommend. So yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't have used Longhorn on that flip, I used them because that was really I had done a flip before, and then I bought and sold a bunch of land, and then I wanted to get back into remodeling houses. So on that second deal, if I wouldn't have jumped in and used Longhorn, I don't know that I would have done subsequent deals unless I found another lender that was better, which I haven't yet. So yeah.
And then maybe we've touched on it, maybe we haven't. Favorite part about Ryan, favorite part about Longhorn, the thing that just you wouldn't trade for anything?
I mean, really just the ability to call and talk through deals. A lot of people don't want to talk until you have something under contract. And, I still try and not waste his time, but if there's one that's a strong possibility, he's always willing to talk about it.
Tim, we really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your business. Thanks for being a part of our team, and thanks for taking some time to chat with us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.